Hey YouTube, it's AdamX20 and it's kind of a late video today. I'm going to be working on some code through the night. We got Sunday tomorrow and I probably won't be going to church, but I don't know, my family wants me to, but I probably won't. So today, it's been really cold these last few days, so I haven't done anything outside. I want to go outside more and enjoy the warm weather, because here in North Dakota it doesn't last very long, and I like to enjoy it as much as I can while I can. So yeah, of course when the summer comes we get to do all sorts of fun stuff outside, but I don't know how much my grandpa's gonna have me do with him, because he had his knee replaced and he's still recovering from that. He did manage to mow some of the lawn, but the lawnmower broke down, and we're getting that fixed, and we will definitely be mowing and raking lawn. But man, I guess, I don't know, I'll be working on my software. I got a checklist of things I got to do. One of the next thing I'll be working on is the server GUI, graphic user interface settings dialog, and separating some of the settings from client to server, so a person who wants to run a server can run the server and a client, and have different settings for both of those. Another thing I want to add is I want the server to have like a pseudo client where they can enter into chat rooms, so the server administrator can enter into one of the rooms and you know, chat, monitor, and do all of that stuff. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do that right now. There's a lot of details I got to put into it, but that's definitely one of the things I want. You know, I want the server to have the feeling of control that they deserve, but you know, they don't have to be a jackass about it, but they should at least have the control that a server administrator should have. So that's some of the things I wanted to put in, and then I'm still looking at the effects layer. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this right now. I'm trying to figure out how Qt is using the foreground painting for objects. You know, if I make a Qgraphics rectangular item, it's short, rect is short for rectangular. Then you know, and I put that on there, I can give it a foreground and a background, and I can modify the foreground, but I don't know how they do that yet. I mean, do they? Because when I played around with the Q Painter path, I had problems where I don't like how it works. I think I mentioned this in one of the older videos, where you can add an element to it, and but then you can't manipulate the element, and you don't really get to grab the element like it's an object. At least I don't know. It doesn't look like I can remove elements. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong, but that's really what I want to do. Otherwise I have to rebuild the path, and that just consumes CPU, and it's kind of the same old process I was using for the grid, which I'm really desperate to stay away from, because it worked. You know, it had an intelligent design, but it was just so CPU intensive that I want to stay away from that type of programming still. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, and I'm adamantly against using a fog of war. In the meantime, though, I'll probably end up adding hiding miniatures, which will establish the unseen, unsent policy. So a game master can hide a miniature, and then no one else will see the miniature. So yeah, the other thing, another thing I want to add, which is on my checklist, is the animations. That's going to be a fun thing. I'm going to have a little inventory for animations, so it'll have one of the different types. It'll just be a set of a really small set of data. It'll just be like an animation element. and then what type of animation it is, like if it's a slideshow or a flip book, and then each page or slide will be a child element with the information that it needs, as well as the static slide or page that is part of it. So then for flipbooks, what's going to happen is if it's a flipbook animation, the receiving clients, excuse me, will just thread and load all of those images that are in the animation, starting with the static one. And then if it's a slideshow animation, it'll just load the one image that it is, and then immediately, when it's finished loading it, it'll immediately slice it and put that as the static pix map. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. That's what's planned. But for now, I'm just gonna work on the server graphic user interface settings. So I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully the weather's better. I think it's supposed to get better. It dropped like 20 degrees Fahrenheit today, from 60 to 40, so it got really cold. But yeah, well, hopefully the weather is better tomorrow. But I don't know. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, YouTube.